Usually I do my blog, things on my mind. I usually write it out. It's usually pretty short, to the point. Today I'm going to do a video blog, as you're watching, and I'm going to discuss the VA. I'm a military veteran. I've been going to the VA since 2005, and the VA is terrible. We have people in the government who are trying to figure out why veterans commit suicide. I don't know if they're just dumb or blind to the fact that the VA is terrible. But I totally understand why some veterans commit suicide. They're not getting the help they need, point blank. Here's some issues. One, I've never had a doctor. I've been going there since 2005. Never had a doctor longer than a year. Number two, some of these appointments that they make are 40, 50, an hour and a half away. Number three, they never give you a direct answer to the issues that you have. I don't know if they're beating around the bush or they just don't know. Number four, you're on their schedule. So what that means is that if they say, well, we can see you, but it's not going to be for a month, it's not going to be for a month. We can see you, but it's not going to be for 2 months. Then it ain't going to be for 2 months. So, if you want to help these veterans from committing suicide or stop these veterans from committing suicide, get them the help they need when they need it. You call up the VA center right now, you're going to get some monotone lady. They finally changed it. It was a guy who sounded like he was dead himself. They have a monotone lady who's like, if you have an emergency, hang up and call, blah, blah, blah. If I'm going to commit suicide and I hear that, I'm like, I'm just going to off myself. Why am I going to dial 7 more numbers? And they can at least make a direct number. Like press 7 or something. So anyways, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about what happened today. But first, I got to tell you the backstory. Like I said, I've been going since 2005. I've done physical therapy, aqua therapy, TENS unit, acupuncture, cortisone shots, pills, massage therapy. Can't remember if I said that one already. Chiropractor. So I've done 7 or 8 things. Okay, nothing's worked. So a couple years back, the doctor that I had said, well, I want you to go to the pain clinic. The pain clinic can give you narcotics. I was like, okay, I'm not big on narcotics because I don't want to mask the pain. I want to fix the pain, but okay, whatever. So I go. Talk about the rudest people. Terrible, terrible customer service. So I said, screw them. Okay, that was a couple years ago. So last year I had this doctor. She was fantastic. One of the best ones I had. She sets up my appointment to meet her again. I go to the VA in the VA outpatient clinic. They say, oh, she's no longer with us. I'm like, damn, she died? They're like, no, she left. It was too good to be true. She left. She got tired of the BS. Don't blame her. So they're like, you have a new doctor. I'm like, okay, can I meet him? Well, he's kind of booked with her patients and another doctor's patients because another doctor left. Okay. So when am I going to meet this doctor so I can talk about my back pain? Well, we'll set you up an appointment. 3 months. 3 months have gone by, and I've yet to meet this doctor. So I'm calling his nurse. I'm blowing the phone up. Okay. Finally, the nurse connects me to the doctor, and I speak to the doctor one-on-one. Not in person, over the phone. The doctor says, well, Robert, I've seen your chart. You pretty much did everything. Let's try the pain clinic. I said, no, I'm not doing that shit again. Well, I'd really appreciate it if you did it. I'm like, listen, I'll do it one more time. I'll do it for you. Okay? Because I know they have a high turnover rate, so the same assholes that were there before probably aren't there now. So I said, okay, whatever. So they sent me a letter. The letter states, January 14th, today, you will have an appointment with the pain clinic. All right, whatever. Last night, now I'm thinking I'm going to Iowa City to the pain clinic. Last night I look at the paper and it says check in Bendorf, Iowa, which is across the river. I'm like, the fuck? Checking in Bendorf? So I get there today. The lady says, oh yeah, we're just waiting for the other people to show up. I'm like, other people? She's like, yeah, it's a teleconferencing call. Video conferencing, whatever. I could have punched a hole in the window. I was so pissed. Because I'm like, how am I supposed to be seen for my pain over a camera? Oh, well, this is just, they're going to tell you about things, the things that they have to offer, and yada, yada, yada. What? So I go inside this meeting, and it's me and 2 other people, and then there's 4 other camera boxes. So it's 4 other groups from the state of Iowa. The main person is the person from Iowa City. Yak. Okay. And I'm sitting there like, what the am I doing here? How is this going to help me? They were talking about, well, you need to sleep right. You need to have less stress in yourself. And I made the comment, I said, if I was to get shot, am I going to go to a group meeting and have them talk about how the pain doesn't hurt? Or am I going to go to the ER and get operated on? I'm going to go to the ER and get operated on, right? They said, well, a lot of times with pain, it's psychological. I almost went off. Because you have all these people, these veterans, who are in pain. I had the lady next to me crying because she was in so much pain. And in Iowa City, the pain clinic, they're trying to show us these slides, trying to show that it's psychological. So I look at the lady who put on this shit, and I'm like, are you guys really saying that this is psychological? And she's like, well, if you have pain and you take medication, a lot of times the brain tells you that it still hurts. And I'm like, well, yeah, because it might still fucking hurt. Don't get me wrong. I'm not stupid. I know there are people out there that do abuse narcotics when they're on pain meds. That's just the way it is. But to stand there and say that it's your pain is psychological, fuck you and the VA. That's how I felt about it. I am lucky enough that I still have my mobility. I don't need somebody to help me walk around. I don't need somebody to wipe my ass. I feel so bad for these veterans who have lost limbs, who have traumatic brain injuries, who cannot keep hold of their bowel movements and need to wear diapers or need somebody to assist them in the bathrooms. I feel really bad. My heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to the veterans who say, I ain't getting the fucking help, and end up hanging themselves or shooting themselves in the head. So you want to know why the veterans are killing themselves? They're not getting the fucking help that they need. And when they do get the help they need, it's the stupid bullshit like I had to go through today. I'm going for my master's degree in healthcare administration because my goal is to work in the VA. Because I feel as a veteran, as a disabled veteran, I can help somebody who's just a civilian a little more than just somebody who's a civilian who's never had to go through the military. And again, I'm not a fucking Army Ranger. I'm not claiming that I was there taking out bin Laden or Saddam. But each veteran who comes home has a little piece is missing. So Needless to say, I walked out of that meeting. I walked out. Because I wasn't going to sit there and listen to somebody tell me that it's psychological. So yeah, that's what happened today. And so I called my doctor's nurse, and I told him, I said, I don't mean to be rude, but I got a fucking bone to pick with you, my friend. I said, y'all set me up for this bullshit. He's like, Robert, I apologize. I did not know that was going to happen. And I believe the guy. He hasn't lied to me yet. My doctor's nurse. He's been honest with me. So he told me, he's like, let me talk to the doc. We'll try to get you down to Iowa City without going through this BS. Okay. So yeah. And the other thing that frustrates me the most is with having veterans who are committing suicide, or having veterans that are homeless who don't even have the ability to make it to the VA hospitals. President Obama today said that, I shouldn't say President Obama because I don't know if it was him per se. The government says that they're going to put 40 or 70 million aside for the refugees. We should help other people. We should help ourselves first. Help our veterans first. You have 50,000 veterans sleeping out on the street, but yet you have 40 to 70 million to help fucking refugees who don't want to help themselves in their own countries. Tell me what's wrong there. So, this has been my first video blog for things on my mind.